Chosen ones, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, guys, y'all already know what it is. We are lit over here for the Most High, and that's period, that's point, and that's blank. Okay, guys, I just want to come on here with a Bible verse and a message at the same time, and I just want to let you chosen ones know that even though life is looking like how it's looking right now, even though it looks hard, it look like you're not going to get to where you supposed to be, or you feel like you're not where you supposed to be, or just things just keep happening on a daily basis that keeps coming up against you in every type of way that try to stunt your growth and just try to keep you in a place of insurance and just not knowing where you're going to end up or what it's going to look like at the end of the tunnel. I'm here to testify and let you know today that just keep the faith, keep holding on, because I know for sure that it's not easy, but it's worth working towards. Okay, every day is not going to be sunshines and butterflies. It's not. And anything you want in life, you got to work hard towards it. It takes hard work and consistency to do whatever it is that you want to do in this life. So as long as you put those two together, consistency, hard work, faith, and keep the Most High first in your life, all these things will be added unto you. And the road is not going to be easy, y'all. It's not going to be easy. Even if the Father sent his son down here, it wasn't easy for him. It was not easy for him. He came up against all type of trials and tribulation. He was rejected by his own people. He was rejected by the whole world. They didn't like him. They took his life. He had to die for the sins of this whole entire world. So if it wasn't easy for if it wasn't easy for the Son or the Father, what makes you think it's not going to be easy for you? Okay, it's not going to be easy for you. You're going to have some long suffering. You're going to have times where it just don't look like it don't look right. It's going to look hard, like you're never going to get to where you're going to in life. But I'm here to set the record straight that if you work hard and stay consistent and keep the Most High first and keep your faith, you will get to where you want to be in this life. Okay, I'm a living testimony, and nothing that I have in this life came by me, just something handed to me. No, I had to work hard for everything I wanted to. Everything I wanted in this life, I had to work hard to do it. Against the rejection, against people telling me my ideas don't sound right, against people telling me I'm not gonna make it, or you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't say this, you can't do that, you can't, But as long as you listen to that voice of the Most High and you do what He said, He told you to do, what He has for you can nobody take from you. Okay, and He gonna do His part, but you gotta also do your part. And let's get up every day and put the Most High first, and be persistent, and have the faith, and be consistent in everything that you do. Okay, and have that faith, y'all. I'm telling you, have faith, because I know as a chosen one out here, it's hard. Like, it's so many people coming against you, so many rejections. So it's a lot of good part of being a chosen one, but it's a lot of rejection of being a chosen one. Okay, and so I want to come on here with this Bible verse. I don't want to make this video long, y'all, and I don't want to keep you guys on here no longer than I have to. And so today we're reading from Mark chapter 8 verses 31, and it says, "And He begun to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things, and be rejected of the elders, and of the chiefs and priests and scribes, and be killed, and after 3 days rise again." So that verse right there is very strongly self-explanatory. Okay, and so, and He began to teach, Yeshua began to teach them that Him being the Son of the Father, He must suffer many things and be rejected of the elders and of the chiefs and priests and the scribes, and be killed, okay? Or be unalived, and then after 3 days raise again. Just imagine being the son of the Father, Yeshua, and having to come down here knowing that you're going to be rejected. You're going to suffer. You're going to be rejected by the elders. You're going to be rejected by chiefs, people in high places. You're going to be rejected by the priests, religions, people, churches, people who thought one way, but he was the one and only way. Just imagine knowing that you was going to be rejected by the scribes and be unalived, okay? And then raising on the 3rd day. That's very deep. That's something very deep to carry. You have to be a strong individual. Like Yeshua could have backed out at any time and like, no, I'm not doing it. But he didn't back out. He stood 10 toes down against the rejection, against people coming against him, okay? Against the rumors, against all the stuff that was up against him. He stood 10 toes down and preached the Father's word and was unalived. And guess what? He rose on the 3rd day with all power in his hand. And so for the people out here who thinking it's easy, it's not. The Father never promised us that it was going to be easy. It's never nowhere in the Bible where you're going to read and say that it's easy calling on the name of Yeshua. Okay? It's nowhere in the Bible says it's going to be easy. It said you will be rejected for my name's sake. You will be rejected, baby. You will suffer. You might not suffer as much as Yeshua had to suffer when he was down here on this earth, but you're going to suffer. It's not going to be easy. All right? So that's why I said if you of the Father, if he has called you, if you have a calling over your life, you have to be strong. You have to have a strong mindset, because this is not for the weak. Speaking his name and speaking of the Father's word is not for the weak. You will be rejected. You will suffer. You will go through trials and tribulations. But you got to have a strong mind. You got to have a strong will that through all of that, the Father is with you. He is with you through it all, okay? And at the end of it all, you will rise again and sit beside the holy throne with the Father and his Son. Okay? You will rise again. Okay? You will. And I want to go down here with inspiration, y'all. The Jews of Yeshua's time understood about the glory of the majestic kingdom. But they, Sodom, understood that the Messiah will also suffer and die for the sins of the world. When the Messiah openly declared this to Peter, Peter began to rebuke him and say these things must not occur. But Yeshua rebuked Peter. Yeshua came into the world to be the Father's suffering servant and to lay down his life as a ransom for many. So just imagine when you do tell people, and in this life it's the same type of stuff. When the Father has chosen you and marked you to do things and stand up for his kingdom, and you tell people this, people will rebuke you. People will start to run away from you. People will start not to like you and say, no, this is not so. The Father didn't choose you. Who do you think you is? People will start to hate you. But you got to rebuke the people and rebuke all the loud talking. You got to rebuke these things. And you got to stand 10 toes down knowing that you came down here with a calling and a plan for the kingdom of the Father, to spread the Father's word. So you got to be the one that's rebuking people, places, and things that come up against you on a daily basis. And know that you're going to go through long suffering. You're going to go through trials and tribulations. Okay? And you're going to have rejections for the Father's name's sake. And some people might even lose their life because of it. But at the end, you will rise. You will reign with the Messiah, with the Most High. Alright? You got to be willing to lose your life for the Father. You got to be willing to stand 10 toes down, no matter what. You have to be strong for this type of calling that's over your life, okay? And so we're going to leave out with a prayer, guys. And it say, "Oh Father, you have called us to be servants and often called us to suffer. You do not allure the world with promises of health and wealth, but offer us salvation and suffering for you. If it offends us, we are not of the right spirit or mind. Humble us, Father, for why should we be too good to suffer when even your Son suffers so much?" So, hallelujah, hallelujah. So, with that being said, if we're not no better than the Father's Son, we're no better than the Father's only begotten Son. If He sent His only begotten Son down here to suffer, to die for the sins of this world, you are not exempt from them same things to happen unto you. You're no better than nobody. You definitely is no better than the one who was perfect, no blemishes, no sins. He was the only perfect person that walked down here on this earth. Perfect. Rejected sin. He healed. He teached. He fed multitudes of people. He healed the blind man. He healed the woman with the issue of blood. The Father was a teacher and a rabbi. He was a good person. He was a good person. And if you think that He had to suffer and He was a good person, what makes you think you're not going to do the same suffering? Okay? So with that being said, if you called by His name, if you were called by the Father, the people that is called by His name should have a strong mindset and spirit for the things that are to come, just because you speak the word in the name of the Most High Holy Father. Okay? And with that being said, y'all, I don't want to make this very, very long, but I just want you to know that keep your head up, stay strong, stay 10 toes down. Yes, it may look like, what it's looking like hard, like it's never going to happen for you, or, you're never going to get to where you want to be in life. But I'm here to tell you right now, you will get to where you're going. You will get to where the Father wants you to be. As long as you stand 10 toes down, as long as you keep the faith, as long as you stay persistent, and as long as you abide in the almighty shadow of the Father so He can protect you from the snares of the enemy in this wicked old world and these wicked people, you will make it through. You will make it to the other side. Until the next time, guys, love and peace. Bye.